Today's demo, we are going to see how to integrate our automation framework with manual test case repository. So for our demo purpose, I have installed TestLink, and I have already written couple of test cases over here. So there are 5 regression test cases, out of which 2 I have marked as a smoke, and currently it has not been executed, so it is saying as a not run. So now let's talk about the automation framework. So in this automation framework, this is a very simple automation framework, Java, Selenium, the regular one which we use. For integrating our framework with the manual test cases, we need to have certain dependencies like TestLink and all. So those jar you can find and integrate it with your framework. So this is a Mavenized build, so I have added all in the Maven, and here are certain things like dev key and the TestLink URL. So you can generate the dev key from the TestLink, and this is the default URL for my TestLink. Another important thing is that I have implemented test listener, and in that I have overridden couple of methods like on test success and on test failures, and on these overridden method I am updating the execution status to TestLink. And so in this you could see that project name, test plan, description, build name, note, and status. So with the help of all these parameters, we are updating the status. So in this, if you see in the TestLink, if you see the test plan is Zoff ext underscore test plan, and the build number is 001, and the project is Zoff extension. So these are the things which we require. So in the test framework, in the config file, I have given like project name, Zoff extension, test plan, and the build number. Another the description is coming from the test-ng annotation, like verify tab is appearing and disappearing. So this particular test script is mapped with our this manual test cases. So once you execute it, the status will get reflected. So let's see. So first of all, before executing, it's a Mavenized project, and I have created a profile where by default the reporting is disabled, so you need to enable it. So for local execution, I made this reporting disabled by default, and for Jenkins I made this reporting enabled by default. Now this is execution happens on the Docker base grid. So let's first start our Docker. So now image came up. Let's go and check. Yeah, they are running. So client could connect. Let's go and check. So we could see that browsers are here, the nodes are registered to the grid console, and after that we can now start the execution. So yeah, it get passed. Let's go and check the browser. Let's refresh it. So now you see this particular test case get updated. The result get reflected over here, and we could see that it has been passed by the help of automation. Also, this automation framework is integrated with the Jenkins, so that you can easily execute your regression suits and reflect the execution automation status to the TestLink or manual test case repository. So let's go to the Jenkins. So this is Jenkins, and it has so few pipelines. So this is the pipeline. This is a parallel pipeline where execution happens on a master or execution happens on a branch or on different pull requests. But for this demo, let's keep a simple pipeline. So this is a simple parameterized pipeline which accepts parameter like on which browser you want to execute, and by default it is enabled that reporting automation execution result will get reflected to the test link. And also this pipeline will get automatically triggered whenever there is a commit in automation framework. However, for the demo, let's just click manually. So once you click it manually, it will starts the execution, and let's see. So now you see it is starting the grid, Docker based grid. So grid is started. Let's check the status. Yep, so we could see that the browsers are up here, and let's go and check the test execution starts, and let's reflect see any of the test cases got right. So it has executed one test cases, and let's see. So it has executed this particular test case first. So let's see the test status are getting updated while the execution is happening. So all are get passed, all are get passed. So let's see the different reports on Jenkins. So here we have a HTML report. So for I have used a extend reporting for that, and we could directly see the execution reports on the Jenkins itself. Apart from that, there are different certain plugins like TestNG reporting. So this is a TestNG report which will give you another help. Then test trend analyzer. So this is also a very good plugin. With the help of this plugin, you can analyze the failures. However, in this, it's a simple automation framework for simple functionality. It is not failing. And if at all there are any failures, then it will segregate those things, and it will display the top 10 failing results over here. Also, code coverage trend is also there, so I have used JCoco for that, and here you could see the code coverage detail. Apart from that, one or another important thing is that whenever there is a pass or failure, it will update the status on the Slack, that this is the 12th result if you see, and it got passed. When there are any failure, for example in the 9th, so it will update the status on the Slack to the team also. Important thing from this demo was that how automation test case results are updated in the manual test case management tool.